Hello fans, welcome to Suzy Farms. Here we focus on agriculture, animal husbandry, aquaculture, and agribusiness, where we bring research to practice. Our products are purely organic, from the farm to the table, so we can eat healthy food. If you are new here, like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and hit on the notification bell. Permit us to serve you with some kola nuts and palm wine so you can relax while watching. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Today, we shall be sharing information on three sister crops, a particular type of companion planting where corn, beans, and squash are planted together. We shall also demonstrate how to plant 4 or 5 sister crops as practiced in sub-Saharan Africa. Come follow us, let's do it. Have you ever wondered why some crops produce more when planted together with certain plants? Just visualize a royal organic farmland with maize, beans, and cocoyam planted together. The tons of harvest from this mixed farming will leave you puzzling. Yes, our ancestors farmed and harvested tons of food without any chemical input. And I wonder what happens now. The chemicals we keep applying in our farms have been polluting the soil, killing soil organisms, destroying our ecosystem, and affecting our health. It is time we begin to understand the beneficial synergy between different plants so we can increase yield, control pests and diseases without applying external chemicals into our farmland. Welcome to the world of companion planting. So, what really is companion planting? Companion planting is a practice of growing different plants together so they can benefit from each other. Certain combination of plants make each of them more productive. Why? Because some plants have mutually beneficial relationship with complementary characteristics such as nutrient requirements, natural support, weed suppression, pest repelling abilities, among others. A typical example of companion planting is the famous Three Sisters crop, where maize, beans, and pumpkin or squash are planted together. This has been done in sub-Saharan Africa in millennia. Today, it is still the usual traditional practice within royal communities' farmland in the tropics. These plants do complement each other and each of them do benefit from the union as they grow symbiotically to deter weeds and pests, enrich the soil fertility, and support each other. The third corn provides support to the climbing beans. You can use any variety of corn. It may be soft corn, popcorn, white corn, yellow corn, or any type of corn. The fast-growing beans convert atmospheric nitrogen to soil nitrogen, which fertilizes all the plants, especially corn, which require large quantity of nutrients. The beans also help to stabilize the maize during heavy wind. The squash or pumpkin grow low and wide around the corn and beans. It shades the soil to prevent moisture loss. Its big leaves also suppress weeds and control pests and insects. Wow, what a wonderful beneficial relationship. Please like, comment, and subscribe while we share information on how to plant the Three Sisters. How do we plant the Three Sisters? Note, in sub-Saharan Africa, there are 2 planting seasons starting in March and September. So make sure you plant at the right time. First, choose a sunny location with at least 6 hours of full sunlight every day. Clear the farm around January and allow the grass to dry and decompose for about 6 to 8 weeks before tillage. Make sure you start tilling at the beginning of the planting season. Fold the dried and decayed grass in the middle of the furrow. Prepare the soil with much organic matter, composted animal manure, and wood ash. Hold the soil on both sides of the furrow to cover up the decayed grass within the bed. Make a bed about 0.5 meter wide, 20 centimeter high and 4 meter long. Interbed distance should be at about 50 centimeter. Cut the pumpkin or squash open, remove the seed and spread to dry under shade for 2 days. Get your maize ready for planting. Then plant your maize 3 seeds per spot, 1 meter apart. Then plant 2 seeds of pumpkin between the maize. About 10 days later, you plant your beans 2 seeds close to the corn. Sit, relax, and watch the 3 sisters do the magic. Nature has it all. The 3 sisters provide both sustainable soil fertility as well as a healthy, organic, balanced diet. Experience have shown that the concept of 3 sister crop can include even up to 4 or 5 crops. For the purpose of increasing food yield on a small piece of land, I will showcase how to plant up to 5 complementary crops on raised bed in a planting season. For this, we shall be adding amaranth, greens, and cocoyam. This mixed planting increases biodiversity, which attracts pollinator to enhance flowering, fruiting, and fruit production. The 4th sister, amaranth, which is normally called greens in Cameroon, is included because it attracts pollinator, lures birds away from eating the maize, and is also very nutritional. More pollinators implies more fruit and more yield. Then the 5th sister, which is cocoyam, particularly Igbo cocoa, is a staple food in sub-Saharan Africa and grows for about 5 months before harvesting of tubers for food. So it will be the last crop to harvest before we prepare the soil again for the next planting season. It helps to also control pests and suppresses weeds. Just like the 3 sisters, we do plant 5 sisters on raised beds. The bed must be at least 1 meter wide and about 1 ruler high. You cover the cocoyam on a dark wet area to spread into cocoyam seedlings. Then you start by planting your cocoyam seedlings at least 20 centimeter deep and 1 meter apart on both sides of the beds. Plant your maize 3 seeds between the planted cocoyam. Then plant 2 pumpkin seeds in a spot about 20 centimeters close to the cocoyam. Sparingly broadcast your amaranth seeds on the bed and level the bed by raking so some seeds are lightly covered. After 10 to 14 days, you plant your beans 2 seeds just 10 centimeters close to the maize. The seed used for this type of sister cropping should be organic seeds. Direct the beans vines towards the nearest corn stalk as they grow. This allows it to climb upwards rather than creep along the ground. Hoe as many beds as you can and weed regularly. I do prefer mixed crop farming because you are able to harvest much food within a small piece of land and you can harvest the crops in succession. Amaranth can be harvested 7 weeks after planting. Use a sharp knife to cut the soft stems, leaving 2 or 3 nodes underneath for new shoots. You can harvest weekly for the next 2 months before it starts flowering. The pumpkin soft stems and leaves can be harvested from the 8th week after planting. They spread out fast once the first meristematic tips is cut off. Harvesting too can continue for the next 3 months before fruiting. Don't harvest too much if you are interested more in the pumpkin fruit. The beans start flowering just 10 weeks after planting. Harvesting commences from the 14 weeks when the beans are matured for harvesting. This may continue for another 2 months. The maize are ready in about 16 weeks. After harvesting the maize, leave the stalk to dry up for another 2 weeks so you can continue harvesting the beans. After this, the beans production begins to reduce. Then you cut the stalk to mulch the cocoyams and add some soil on the bed so the cocoyams can produce bigger tubers. At the end of the 22 weeks, you start harvesting the cocoyam and pumpkin fruit. Get ready for another planting season starting in September. For our loyal fans who have watched this video up to this stage, this is your bonus time. Put on your thinking cap. Climate change has led to an increase in temperature, which has resulted to drought that is negatively affecting crop production, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. What could you easily add as a seed sister crop to remedy this situation? Explain your reasons in the comment section below. Figuring out a garden plan that integrates companion planting is traditionally challenging. So in our next video, we shall be explaining why vegetable needs friends and how to select a perfect match for your garden to reap maximum benefits from these beneficial synergies. Subscribe and hit on the notification bell to stay tuned with weekly updates. Yes, let's do it. We will love to hear your opinion or share your own story with us. See you next week. Ciao.